What's up, Philip? All right. Let's get comfortable here. Move this a little bit closer. There we go. Maybe move this down a little, get that light out of here. What's up, Jason? Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, Cyrus. Hi, Jake. Hi, Micah. What's up, Philip? Hi, Rose. What's up, Ari? Nolan. And I am Bot. Carter. Riverside, what's up? Going on back to back. Nate, how's it going? Eric, things are going well here. Hi, Shane. Tim, what's going on? All right, sounds good. What's good? CJ N. Hello. Oh, let me get rid of that. Okay. All right, guys. Talking baseball since we don't have any baseball, but we're going to talk some baseball today. Hi, Henry. What's up, Wade? I hope Ethan doesn't bug us tonight either. We'll make sure I'll get Laura on him to kick him out of here. Am I doing video games tonight? Hey, Big Chach. I don't know if I'm doing video games tonight. I haven't been on here. A lot of people have been asking me to come on YouTube and just hang out and talk and all that. So we're going to do that. I was not born in North Carolina. I was born right here where I am pretty much right now. What's up, Andrew? My son is 5. I don't bet baseball. Hey, Ben. Hi, Brett. I think the Yankees would have a chance to win the World Series without a doubt if we have a season. I don't know Zach Campbell, no. I know who he is. Right now, I don't have any way to send autograph requests to me because I usually have you guys send that to where our facility is, but right now I'm not there because I'm in lockdown. So, hey, Louis or Luis. Baseball overseas? I think baseball overseas is great. I mean, I like the major leagues more, but I think there's a lot of talent in baseball overseas. Any South Korea baseball? I have seen a little bit, not a lot. I've never gotten an MLB ball as a spectator at a game. Nope. My favorite major league team? I don't really have one. I mean, the Red Sox are on all the time because I live right near Boston, but I'm 35. I miss baseball too. I was in the MLB, so I played. I think I don't even know how many games I started in the major leagues. I have a year and I have I think almost a year and a quarter, or a little over a year of major league service time. I was drafted by the San Diego Padres. I was Rex. I'm not currently doing a franchise in MLB The Show 20 because there's so many other things I'm doing. Favorite pitcher of all time, Pedro Martinez. A college walk-on tryout. I actually ran one at Holy Cross when I coached there, and they're pretty simple. We would just have you come in. It's like a showcase, basically like a showcase workout you do as a high school player. So I played 21 games. I got the salary there. So I played in 21 games in the major leagues. I mean, I was there for more than that, but I only appeared in 21 games. Royce Lewis. So I mean, I remember him when he got drafted. I haven't followed him, so I can't really say. How come I don't like the Soto shuffle? I just don't like when it seems forced, like he's doing it. Like I like things that are more spontaneous, which is fine if it's spontaneous. But if you're doing it every single time, then it starts to aggravate me. Giraffe Neck Mark. I don't know him. I think I've heard of him on YouTube. I believe it is. I will never return to the MLB. Nope. I've been out of baseball. I got released when I was like 28, 29, somewhere around there. Hey, Doug Man, thanks so much. We got a super chat. Hold on one second, everyone. Let me check out what this super chat is. Oops, trying to scroll back up. Do I like the smell of my own farts? No, can't say I do. Good question. No Twitch right now. I'm not sure if I'll do it later. Evan Sather? Thank you so much for the super chat. Hold on, everyone. Let's go to Evan's question. How do you stay positive at the plate to keep away negative thoughts and not want to smash the Gatorade cooler in the dugout? That's a great question. I think a little bit of that is personality. Some people are better at it than others. I personally never smashed any Gatorade jugs or anything like that. Hi, Takumi. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. So I never smash anything. That's just kind of my personality. I don't usually try to break things when I get upset. Some guys, they just like to smash everything, and they can try everything in the world. And actually, that's just the way for them to kind of clear it and get over it. So for me, how do you if you are someone like that, and you don't want to do that. A couple things. One, don't be so consumed with the results. I know it's easier said than done, but think about it as a hitter. Like I'm trying to see the ball well. I'm trying to get a good pitch to hit. I'm trying to swing at good pitches. I'm trying to hit the ball hard. And if you hit the ball hard and you get out, well, then you say, you know what, I did my job, and that'll help you because if you're only happy with hits, well, then you're not going to be happy a lot because even if you're really good, you're only going to get 3 hits out of 10 at bats. So that kind of will help you. If you stick to the process, it'll help you. And then just think about taking a deep breath. If you get pissed off, like just try to take a deep breath, slow in through your nose, out through your mouth. And those are probably the easiest ways. Not easy because there is no easy way, especially if you're one of those people that's just kind of, you want to break something. Preston Rios, thanks, Preston. Thank you for the super chat. Explain the theory the game knows. So the game knows. So people just say like the game knows. So like if you've been working hard, right? Usually if you're like you've been working hard and you've been doing everything the right way, well then they say the game knows, and you'll get your hit, you'll get that bleeder to fall in. I don't know if I always believe that, but that's what a lot of people say. The game has a way of rewarding, hard work and all that stuff. Fred Go Baseball 34, thank you so much for the super chat. How fast do you throw? Well, when I played, I would say from across the infield, I think I was like high 80s or something like that. I haven't pitched since high school. The hardest game I pitched was my senior year, first game of the year. They had me topping out at 91. I think I was sitting like 89-ish, 90-ish. I always had a pretty good arm. I don't know what I throw now because I haven't thrown a radar gun in, I don't know, 15 years. Dogman, thank you so much again. Do you know Chris Bingley? Chris Bingley. I don't believe I know Chris Bingley, but thank you for the super chat. Okay, let's get back down here. Oh, thank you. Little Stevie 4172. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Hi. I love your videos. Do you think we will see MLB baseball by July 1st? I've been very depressed lately, and baseball is an outlet. Yeah, I hear you. So I don't know. I hope we do. Anything I say is a guess. I think it's going to depend on. I think it could depend a lot on how things kind of go. Like a lot of states are kind of starting to open up things right now, and I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't think anybody really knows. I think Major League Baseball wants to play as long as they can keep people safe, keep the players safe, keep the fans safe, which won't be at the games anyway. Keep everyone around the team and everyone that it takes to actually to hold a Major League Baseball game. Keep all those people safe. If they can do that, then they're going to want to play. And that'll be the question. Can they do that? And then, what are the states going to allow? And so there's a lot that goes into it. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. But very good question. Is Matty committed yet? Yeah, he's got a full scholarship to Vanderbilt. Let's see. All right, the questions are coming in here fast. Holy, I can't keep up. We got a super chat, everyone. Hold on one sec. Landon Sousa. Hey, thank you so much, Landon. I appreciate that. Okay. What's your favorite minor league team? I don't know. My favorite team playing, I really enjoy playing for the Lake Elsinore Storm. We had great uniforms. I had a great host family. I had great teammates. Not that I didn't have great teammates on the other teams. I did. Hey, the Cloud Knight. Thank you so much for the super chat. What was your first MLB home run like and the feeling? So I actually have a video of it on YouTube. You don't have to go watch it right now, but later on you could. I talk about it. First home run was, I only have one major league home run. I hit it at Coors Field. A lot of people were like, oh, that doesn't count. You hit it in Colorado. It does actually count. It is on the back of my baseball card. It was a great feeling. When I hit it, I didn't think I hit it out. It was a little fastball away. I hadn't been hitting great, but I got just enough of it. And so it was a great feeling. You can see if you watch the video, if you go on YouTube and type in I think it's like my MLB home run or Matty Antonelli MLB home run or something like that. You can see when I touch home plate, I get I'm like trying not to smile, but then I smirk a little bit. I was pretty excited. Let's see. I missed a super chat here. Hold on, guys and girls. Let me scroll back real quick. Oh boy, Ann Nashke. I don't know. I'm bad at reading names. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see what your question is. Best baseball channel on the tube. Thank you, Ian. Not a question, but just a comment, a statement, I guess, rather. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. Do I watch Korean baseball? I answered that a little bit earlier. I have watched it. I probably will watch it more now that it's going to be on TV. I haven't watched it a lot in the past, though. Bonds or Griffey Jr. for 1 year? Bonds. I'll take Bonds the year. There were 2 years in there that he was the greatest hitter in the history of the world. Like, he just never got out. His on-base percentage was like, I don't know what it was. What was his on-base percentage that year? His on-base percentage was like over 500, I think, or something ridiculous. I don't know. He was unstoppable. A little bit of help, but Metallica, Metal Metallica 1986. Thank you so much for the super chat. We have another super chat. Hold on, everyone. Let me find this one. Oh, did I miss it? I think I missed the other super chat. Oh, where is it? Oh, no. Sorry, we're getting so many questions right now. Landon Sousa, thank you so much for the super chat. Is Correa a top 5 shortstop? If not, who's in your top 5? Oh, so there's so many shortstops. And I'd have to go and I actually have it written down. It's actually on my phone. I did a list of my top 10 players at each position. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I mean, you have to have Lindor. You got Javi Baez. You got, last year Marcus Semien had a huge year. There's so many great shortstops. I think Correa is great. He's been hurt. He can't stay healthy. I think if Correa stayed healthy, he'd be a top 5 shortstop. The only reason he's maybe not right now is because he hasn't been able to play many full seasons. And so his numbers, when you're not playing a lot, it's tough to put up big numbers. But he has the talent, I think there's no doubt, to be a top 5 shortstop. All right, guys, let's see. We got a bunch more super chats here. Hold on 1 second. Paul, this is tough. Paul Jinian. Sorry, Paul. I'm very bad at pronouncing names. Thank you so much for the super chat. Do you have any Korean teammates? How do you think of Korean MLB player? Okay, so Korean teammates. I'm trying to think if I had Korean teammates. I had some Japanese teammates. I'm sure I had a Korean teammate. I can't remember. I always thought that players, baseball is really interesting because there's so many good players from around the world, and it's not just, a lot of people think of the Dominican and Latin America and stuff, but I played with a ton of really, really solid Japanese players. Again, you talked about, we actually played against Korea. What year was it? One of my years in spring training, we played against Korea, and they just solid players. Their defense was like incredible. I think that's one thing that always stood out to me about most, Japanese players, Korean players. Their defense is almost always like incredible. Not that their offense isn't. They typically didn't have like a ton of big boppers, like a bunch of guys that hit homers, but they played great, great defense. That's one thing I did notice. And it is a little different facing uh, pitchers, because most pitchers, most Japanese or Korean pitchers, they all kind of pitch similarly. They have like kind of like pauses in their delivery. It's a lot different than a lot of the American pitchers or Dominican pitchers or Latin American pitchers. So you do have to get used to that a little bit. Nathan Patrick, thank you so much for the super chat. Do you have any good tips for high school pitchers? Um, well, that's a tough question. I have a lot of tips, actually. If you go to our a pitching playlist on YouTube, you're going to find like a bajillion tips. Um, so my tip would be to figure out what you want to do, what level you want to play. If you want to play at a high level, like say you want to play college, okay, um, then you have to figure out, let's just say you want to be a Division One pitcher. All right, what does a Division One pitcher look like? How hard do they throw? What kind of breaking stuff do they have? And then you have to try to work to get to that point. If you just want to be a good if you just want to play high school baseball and you just want to be a successful high school pitcher, well, then it's different. Then maybe you don't have to work as much on velocity. Maybe you're going to work more on just command stuff. And not saying you don't want to work on command if you want to go to Division One school or to play in college, but the higher you go, the more you're going to need velocity. So you have to make sure you work on that. Hopefully that makes sense. But just evaluate your game. See what you do well, what you don't do well. Figure out where you want to go to, what your goals are, and then start to map it out and figure out, okay, what do I got to improve on, and then you just go to work at it. Okay, guys, let's see here. Oh, we have another super chat. Kevin Green, thank you so much. Who do you think is better, Degrom or Cole? Well, I don't think you can go wrong either way. I think they're both absolutely nasty. I love both guys. I don't know why I have a man crush on Garrett Cole. Fun fact: Garrett Cole was the last pitcher I ever faced as a professional player. He struck me out, and so most pitchers struck me out, unfortunately. Yeah, he's just. I mean, they're both nasty. I feel like I watch Cole pitch more than Degrom because, I guess because I watch the Astros in the playoffs all the time. And before I knew about all the cheating stuff that was going on, Astros were one of my favorite teams to watch because I thought those guys were unbelievable. They still are very, very good. I know, but now that the whole cheating thing, I'm not obviously a very big fan of the Astros anymore. But I was a big fan of the Astros for a long time. Okay. Oh, I got something in my neck right now. Ooh. Oh, here comes Laura walking around heavy-footed. Dan's Dailies. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Matt, this is a little off subject, but what software do you use for editing your videos, and do you just use your phone as a camera for all your videos? So I do. Every video I film is off my phone. I do have a couple of videos over the years on my GoPro, but it's mostly I'd say 99% of it is on my phone. I use Final Cut Pro on my MacBook to edit everything. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said heavy-footed with Laura. I mean, I don't know what. Well, she is. She's walking with heavy feet right now. I mean, it's like boom, boom, boom as she walks upstairs. Do all minor league players have host families? No, most do not. I only had host families when I was in Lake Elsinore, California, in High A. Most places don't have host families. What is the hat you're wearing? This is our Antonelli baseball hat. So our logo is a little bit like the Houston Astros. It's a star, kind of like their old school, their older ones. But do you still have Nerf mini hoop skills? I do play still because my son has a hoop upstairs. Do I like to watch the Cardinals? I like the Cardinals. I like watching Flaherty pitch, and I like watching Yachty catch, and Goldschmidt hit, and yeah, I like the Cardinals. Let's see, Roman. So you play at a school that's shut down, and you want to play. You have potential. You want to play in college. Do you need travel ball? So I don't ever say that you need travel ball because travel ball is. There's some really good travel ball. There's some not so good travel ball. Technically, nobody needs travel ball. I mean, I run a travel program. I think our program helps players. I think we help players develop. I think we help players prepare for college, for high school and college. I think we give really good guidance as far as the recruiting process goes. So if you can find a good travel ball program, then yeah, I think it can help, but I don't think you just have to go do it. Because I hear every day from people that are like, my travel ball team stinks. Like, we're no good. My coach doesn't help me. We don't practice. Like, then it's not worth playing travel ball. You don't have to play travel ball. You have to get out there. You have to be proactive. You have to be reaching out to coaches. You need to get in front of them somehow, whether that's a college camp or a showcase. You're going to have to do all that. You don't need travel ball to do that, but sometimes travel ball can help again if it's a good program. Okay, I missed a lot of questions there. Wowzers, it's going fast. I can't read all these. What did my first MLB game feel like? I was nervous. I was very nervous. And after I fielded my first ball, I felt much better. You're welcome, Roman. I felt much better, and then I could relax and just kind of play the game. And I won't lie though, I was nervous a lot in the major leagues because I wasn't feeling great about myself. I hadn't played great that year, and so it wasn't like I was super confident. I was also working on a lot of things with my swing. Coaches wanted me to change a couple of things, so there's a lot of pressure on you. I'm trying to play well. I want to be a big league player for a long time, so it wasn't like the funnest thing, unfortunately. Like, I wish I could say, like, man, I had so much fun, but like, it was stressful. Yeah, I'll have Laura come down here. She'll answer questions for you guys maybe in a few minutes. Carlo Bernardi, is that right? It went by really quick. Can you start posting more drills to do at home? Yeah, I've been posting a couple. The last couple days, I posted more. So the hardest part about posting drills to do at home is I have to be able to film them, and sometimes it's hard. I have two kids, and when I'm home, I'm with them, so sometimes it's hard to make the videos, but I've been trying my best. Someone donate me some money. Do you dream about your Matt Bush glove? I do. I still really miss that glove. Who's my other kid? I have a daughter also. She's only 2. She's very little. Well, she's not little. She's actually huge for a 2-year-old, but we need some Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm Bob Ross. Can you talk about what a high school senior has to do to have an opportunity to play ball at D2 or D1 school? Well, high school senior, you're getting late for D. Like, if you're a senior right now, like are you gonna be a senior or you already are a senior? Senior year is. I'm not saying you can't go D1, but it's getting a little bit late for D1. So you want to make sure that you have an expanded search and you're looking at not just D1 schools, but I mean, all the things I told the other kid, if you were here a second ago, like, you got to reach out to schools. You got to find a way to get in front of them, whether it's a college camp or a showcase, or, you got to hurry up though. You're already a senior. But you got to do your best to get in front of them. Now, right now it's really hard because there's nothing going on with all the lockdowns and stuff. So, you're gonna have to make a video. You have to get it to college coaches, email it to them, and hopefully somebody bites on that. This will be an interesting summer, though, with everything shut down. We'll see what happens. Top. All right, this is a tough one. Thank you so much for the thank you so much for the super chat, but I can't. I don't know what this says. It could be top hero. No, it's not top hero. It could be top rocks. Top rock. I don't know. Thank you so much, though. Thoughts on Chris Carpenter, best competitor I've watched as a Cards fan. Chris Carpenter hit me in the head, actually. I faced Chris Carpenter once. A couple times. He drilled me in the head. He did. That's what I remember most about him. He was a great pitcher, though. He was a Northeast guy, wasn't he? I think he's somewhere around me. Topher Rocks. There we go. Topher Rocks. Thank you so much, Topher Rocks. Yeah, but Chris Carpenter was really good. Solid career. My next step, building our brand. Just continuing to do what we're doing. I don't think I'm going to do a whole lot of... Well, I shouldn't say that. I always come up with new things, and I just have fun is my essential thing. I don't really sit around and think like, all right, how can I build this Antonelli baseball thing? Like, I don't really even do that. I just kind of do whatever people think was fun and what people suggest, and I don't really care to look like an idiot or act like a goofball, as long as I'm having fun doing it. So, funny thing for anyone that follows our page, I did not have tacos. I don't like tacos, Robert. um, funny thing, I got an email that was from, well, someone wrote it. They pretended to be Nike. I don't know if it was one of you. It might have been one of you. I got an email today. It said that Nike wanted to sponsor Video Game Matt, and said they said to contact them, but they didn't do a great job of making it seem very realistic. And here comes Laura. Laura acts like she doesn't like to be in front of the camera, but she's always seems to be around when I'm going live on something. Here she comes. What's up, Glenn? Oh, and she's watching me. She's watching me on her phone, and she has a huge sundae, and this better be for me. The sundae better be for me.
No, it's definitely for me.
It better be for me. Can I see the sundae? Let me show everyone. Look at this sundae, guys. I'm not a strict coach now, unless you piss me off. Look at this sundae right here. I mean, does that not look delicious?
No, that's mine.
That looks delicious. You know what's messed up, though, everyone? It wasn't for me. She made it for herself. She came down here with one ice cream sundae.
You can't eat and talk.
She says, I can't eat and talk. Of course I can eat and talk. 100 burpees. Selfish is right.
Matt can't eat ice cream. It gives him a bellyache.
Ice cream does give me a stomach ache, but it doesn't stop me from eating it. Hold on. We got a question right there. How do you get these hats? So I used to sell them online, but then I sold out. I kept selling out, and now I can't ship anything because of this whole lockdown thing. So don't worry, though. Eventually, I can't buy any more either because the company isn't making them or shipping them either. But eventually, we'll get these out to you guys. I actually have... I did actually get a random shipment in. I ordered it a long time ago, and it just finally got in. It's not these exact hats, but it's pretty cool. I'll probably sell those once I'm able to ship them. Hey, Evan from Ireland. Hey, Evan, I'm glad that I could introduce you to baseball. What is this? Super chat to get Laura on camera? Laura, how big of a super chat to get you on camera?
No chance. I'm going on camera.
She said no chance. She said that her hair is two colors because she hasn't been able to. She hasn't been able to color her hair. Hi from Panama. What's going on, Emilio? What was that? Night at the Roxbury? Emilio. Land of Mariano Rivera. Andrew B. Thank you so much for the super chat, Andrew. Did you play with guys? Oops, hold on, it's going too fast. Did you play with guys in the minors who had the physical tools to make the bigs, but didn't make it because they lacked discipline and drive? Yeah, tons. I mean, you see a lot of crazy things in the minors. You see people that are super talented, but maybe they do have something. They want to. I don't know, they have a drinking issue maybe, they just want to go out every night. They don't even care about baseball. They just want to have fun. And I've seen some of those players that do that, and actually they still play really awesome when they play in the big leagues. I've seen guys that are super dedicated that aren't that good, but not that talented, but they make it far because they're super talented or because they work really hard. They're super dedicated. I was kind of like the boring guy that didn't do anything bad and didn't really make it. So the minors is full of a lot of crazy things. You see a lot of it's not just about being really good. A lot of guys in the minor leagues are really, really good. It takes being at the right place at the right time. It takes some luck. It takes being on the right team and having an opening. If you're a shortstop sitting in the Yankee system behind Derek Jeter, it's going to be tough to get in the big league. So you're going to have to change positions or maybe get traded. And so there's been plenty of really good players that probably nobody's ever heard of that were probably better than some major leaguers. They just didn't get a chance.
Why didn't you turn the heat down here?
I don't know. You want to turn on? Topher Rocks, thank you so much. I have a knot right in my back right here. Thoughts on the dumb new 3-batter minimum rule? So I'll tell you this, it really messes me up in MLB The Show because I'm still used to, I want to match up, right? So I get the bullpen going and then I'm like, I go righty, lefty. And then I go to bring them in. I'm like, oh, shoot, I forgot about the 3-batter minimum rule. And then I can't do it. So I think it's going to frustrate managers. I understand baseball's trying to speed up the game, and they don't want coaches or managers, I should say, throwing 15 pitchers a game and all this stuff. But I actually saw some stats that it doesn't happen as much as people think it does, and it won't actually speed the game up very much. So I don't know. I guess I got to see it before I really can comment on it. But oh my God, Laura, can I have a massage?
No.
Thank you. International players. So it's a tough question because I've never helped an international player get recruited. But basically, I think the steps are going to be exactly the same. Like, most of it's going to happen. I do know the Roughnecks. Yep, I played against them a bunch. I actually used to help them at their clinics and stuff. A lot of your stuff, I'm assuming, is going to have to be done online. So you're probably going to have to make a video. You're going to have to talk to a lot of colleges through email and online. And then maybe try to get out at some point and, really narrow down your target list and make sure that you could possibly play at those schools. Make sure that they have some interest. Make sure you communicate with them. And then try to see if you can get on a plane and get out here for a week and hit up a bunch of camps and literally do all of your stuff in like that 1 week if you can do that. My favorite KBO team, I have no I have no clue. I haven't watched enough. My favorite team growing up were the Red Sox. Ichiro or Shohei. I'd have to go Ichiro. Do I think the Twins would be better last year? Well, they were great. They were great last year. What they win, 101 games or something like that. Broke the record for most homers. They got Josh Donaldson this year. Pitching staff has gotten a little better. So they're able to move Sano over to first, which I like. So, yeah, I think they could be better. But baseball, you never really know until you get on the field and play. Griffey or Trout? Man, I mean, Griffey's one of the best ever. But at this point, Trout is too. So, I don't know. Teddy Halpin. Thank you so much, Teddy. 12-year-old pitcher. Any advice? Again, I always say go watch our pitching playlist on YouTube because we're located just north of Boston in Danvers, Massachusetts. So we have tons of tips. Like I could give you a bajillion tips, literally. Not knowing you, I usually say, I think the easiest tips is you got to love playing baseball. And if you love playing baseball, then you'll work really hard at it. If you work really hard at it, then you're going to be really good. At 12 years old, I don't know. At 12 years old, I was just playing and having fun, literally. Wasn't really thinking of anything else. Like I worked really hard because I wanted to be good, but my tips would be enjoy it, have fun, and work hard. And there's so much stuff online now. Like I just said, you can go online and find out tons of stuff about how to get better. Like that's the easy part, actually, to learn how to get better. You go on YouTube and you can watch videos all day long. Hey, Juan Cerro Baseball's on. What's up, Juan? I played against Mike Trout, but never met him. Any stock tips? I do have a lot of stock tips. I might make a video for you. I'll make a video for you soon.
I'm not making stock videos.
Laura's all against the stock market.
I'm not against the stock market. I'm against you making a stock market channel.
Laura's against anything. She's against everything. Have you ever been not against something?
You don't have the qualifications to make a stock channel, and people might. I don't know.
I don't have the qualifications?
No.
I'm the greatest investor of all time, behind Warren Buffett.
Okay.
I will watch some Korean baseball, yes. Hey, thanks. Hold on one sec. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I love playing for the Storm. You know what, Laura? Hey, guys, just so everyone knows, she just said I don't have qualifications for a stock channel. That's fine. You also know that she used to call YouTube stupid. She used to say back in the day, stop wasting your time on that stupid YouTube. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Yeah, yeah. 150,000 subscribers later, it's a waste of time. Nobody wants to listen to you, Matt. Nobody
I never said
Yes,
that.
you did. You said it all the time.
Lies.
She said it all the time.
Don't believe him.
It's a waste of time, that YouTube stuff. Yeah. Hey, Sam, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Matt, I've watched a lot of your videos and saw that you got injured and had a rehab year. How do you cope with not being able to play? I had more than one injury, and I had a lot of rehab years. How do you cope with not being able to play? I don't know. I don't know if I have any good suggestions. I mean, my approach when I got injured was literally just uh, the same focus that I put towards practicing and getting better. That's what I did towards my rehab. So I just said, okay, what do I got to do to get better, to get myself better? And then I did it. I'm really good. Laura knows this. I'm really good at when I want to do something, just like focusing in on it and not letting anything else distract me. Teddy Halpin. Thank you so much again, Teddy. Is a cutter, four seam, and changeup good? Juan Cero, what do you think about that? So, I think I don't know pitching, Laura. I mean, I do know some pitching, but Juan knows more pitching than I do. I think it depends probably a little bit on what those pitchers actually do. I mean, it's probably easier to see it and tell you, but I'm going to let Juan answer that question if he's still here. Cutter, four seam, and changeup. If Juan doesn't see it and answer, then I'll come back and answer it again. I think I missed a super chat somewhere. Nope, I think I got them all. The Oracle of Massachusetts, I like that. Hi, Dodgers 4444. Hello, Fernando. What does Laura do for a living? You're looking at it. So Laura worked as a, what would you call it, paralegal? Laura was a paralegal, and then we had kids. Well, she had children. Her degree is in finance. Then she got pregnant. Then she left work to raise our children, and then that's what she does. Would I ever consider coaching in the minors? I have been interviewed for a few spots, and I have not. I did not take any of those opportunities, but I did think of it a little bit. But at this point in time, I really enjoy Antonelli baseball. So, whoa, Dan's Dailies, thank you so much for the donation. Very kind of you. Why do you think Nolan, Randy Johnson, Maddox, Clemens, stars from the 80s and 90s, were able to pitch so long without arm troubles, but now everyone has to get Tommy John surgery? The ones mentioned also pitch in four-man staffs. Okay, so I'm not going to claim that I know the exact answer for this. I'll say this: there are a lot of pitchers that didn't get Tommy John surgery, right? There are a lot of pitchers in today's game that haven't gotten Tommy John surgery. You did name some of the best. I mean, those are definitely some of the best pitchers to ever play. Why did they not hurt themselves? I don't know. It could just be luck. I mean, like I said, there are a lot of pitchers that don't hurt themselves. And so, can we think of some pitchers today? Who are the top pitchers in the game today that have not hurt themselves and that have been successful for a while? I feel like we could name. Lara's trying to name pitchers, and I'm not even.
I got one.
I'm not even gonna. Yeah, so I'm not gonna pretend to know the answer to that question because I don't know the exact answer. But I would. I think what I would say is. Juan, you have anything to chime in again with a pitching question? Scrim67, thank you so much. What's your most common dream nightmare these days that involve baseball? Typically, I always have the same dreams. One,
That you're not ready for the game or something.
yeah, one that happens all the time is that I'm late for the game. Like I can't find my cleats. I can't. My glove is lost. And I'm like looking all over the clubhouse and I can't find it, and I'm late. Or like I'm driving to the game and I can't find the stadium. Those type of things happen all the time in my dreams. And then the other thing would be just I do have some random dreams sometimes where like I can't, like the sun is so bright that when the balls hit, I can't like see anything. I can't figure it. It's just weird. But that doesn't happen as much as me not being able to find my damn cleats. That happens a lot. Hey, CJN, thank you so much. Any tips for catcher playing at a higher age level? Well, I'll start off with my patented watch. I have a ton of catching videos on this channel right here, so go watch those. They're in a playlist for you. I think the biggest thing is, number one, don't listen to Richie Gibbons. That's the number one thing. Don't listen to Richie, anything he says. Number two, it's work on probably your receiving most. I think receiving is most important. You do it more than anything else as a catcher. If you want to catch at a high level, you've got to be able to receive. You'll be able to catch the ball and receive the ball. And so I think that would be number one, and probably my biggest tip to you. Watch major league catchers, watch how they do it, study the game, and YouTube is a great resource because there's tons of people out there now that are teaching some great catching stuff online. William Major, thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really appreciate that. How much will speed help you stand out when being recruited? So if you have a plus tool that like really stands out, then that really helps because that gets you noticed. If you're just someone that's like pretty good at everything, I mean, that could still stand out, but like if you do something plus, like you're a 6'5" runner, then you better bet when you run your 60, everyone's going to go, holy, who the hell is this guy right here? We got to check out and see if he can do what else he can do. Or maybe some team is just looking for speed and they say, you know what, we'll take a chance on this guy. He has a plus tool and we'll see if we can develop the other one. So yeah, having that can really help you stand out. Same thing with like power. You step up, even if it's in batting practice, you step up at a showcase and you freaking hit 3 or 4 out of the park, people are going to be like, okay, this guy's got something here. Teddy Halpin, thank you so much again for the super chat. Good night. Going to go check your pitching playlist. Been using You Go Pro Baseball mostly. Yeah, so I know John Madden well. I actually play with John Madden. So John does a good stuff. You Go Pro is good. I would suggest checking out our channel. We have a lot of pitching stuff. And then Juan, who's in here, his channel, which actually he's on a lot of our channel stuff, but you can check out his channel as well. Oh my God, my neck. Laura, I really need you to come over here. I have this knot in my neck. Topher Rocks, thank you so much for the super chat. You guys are all so kind. Are you for or against the DH? What about the computerized strike zone? Okay, so I seem to be in the minority with this, but I love the DH because I have no interest. I have no interest in. Hold on one sec. How does the recruiting process go? You need to go to our YouTube channel. You're on it. I have a whole playlist of recruiting. I literally tell people exactly how to get recruited. So you have to go watch all those videos. Okay. Now I forget what I was saying. Oh, so I love the DH because I don't want to watch a pitcher stand in the back of the batter's box and go like this and just watch 3 balls go by. Now I know there are certain pitchers that can swing, but there's only a couple of them, right? I'd rather watch like David Ortiz hit. Like I want to watch somebody that can really hit. And so I like the DH. Computerized strike zone, I'm going to have to see what it looks like. I mean, I like the idea of getting the calls right, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how the game feels with a computer calling balls and strikes, and can it actually do it well, and how does it work? Does the umpire have like a mic in his ear or a headset thing in his ear that's telling him the call? Like I don't really know how it's going to work, but so I'm undecided on that, I guess. Teddy, thank you again so much. Can you ban Anthony Botticelli? He is saying you're a bust and don't know baseball over and over. Where is this Anthony Botticelli? I haven't even seen him come up.
Yeah, he is gonna be. He keeps calling you a bust.
Biggest bust in not only Padres history, but almost MLB history. Um, Anthony, that is no, you don't have to ban him. Anthony, that is actually amazing, and I am very excited that you feel that I am the biggest bust in MLB history. Not many people can say that, so thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Probably is Ethan with the new name. You're right. Oh, Laura put you in timeouts. Sorry, Anthony. Listen, like people talk about busts in baseball and all these sports. Like there are so many players. If we went through all the players that got drafted high and didn't make it, there's a bajillion of them. Anthony Botticelli works for the score. I like that. There's a billion of them. That's why it doesn't bother me when people are like, you're a bust. I'm like, all right, terrific. I didn't play a long time in the major leagues. Who cares? Like I tried to play and I didn't play. I don't get it. People are like, why don't you tell what level did they play at? They probably played only in Little League. Yeah, they probably did, but I mean, who cares? Okay, it's hard to read these questions. They go so fast. What do you miss most about the big leagues? I mean, everything about the big leagues is awesome. You get paid a ton of money to play baseball. You play in front of tons of people. It's super exciting. You live like a king. You live in the best hotels. You eat the best food. I mean, there's nothing bad about it except when you struggle. Then that pisses you off. That's the only thing that I don't like. Josh Davis, thank you so much for the super chat. Who is the most successful shortstop of the big three? Nomar, Jeter, or A-Rod? Most successful? Most successful would be Jeter. Best would be A-Rod. And my favorite would be, well, actually, probably, I loved A-Rod when he was with the Rangers. But Nomar was one of my favorite players ever because he was a Red Sox shortstop, and I was a huge Red Sox fan growing up. So hopefully that answers your question. How was living in Syracuse? Just ask Laura. There wasn't there wasn't a whole lot to do in Syracuse. I'm not gonna say it was a bad place. It just wasn't the most exciting place in the world. What is the best part of the big leagues? Definitely the groupies. Let's see. My favorite baseball movie is Major League One. Sure, Andrew, why not? Juan Soto and Acuna are both amazing, so I don't know. I mean, Juan Soto can really rake, but so can Acuna, and he's super athletic. Little Stevie 4172. Thanks, Little Stevie. I appreciate the super chat. My nightmare is that there won't be baseball in this country ever again, and we will be on lockdown until 2023. You sound like Lara. That's her nightmare. Man, did Lara, you Little Stevie on YouTube? Laura was just talking today how we're going to be locked down until, what'd she say, 2022? Yeah, how's your wife and my kids, Peter? Great line. Great line. Degrom or Scherzer? Oh, man, two nasty pitchers. I think it's hard to choose between those two. I mean, it's hard to pick anyone over him, but I faced Scherzer once in my career. One at bat. He struck me out on 3 pitches. I didn't swing at a single one. It went strike 1, strike 2, strike 3, sit down. It was nasty. What other schools recruited me other than Wake Forest? My final 2 schools came down to Wake Forest and UNC Chapel Hill. Actually, my first offer was to Georgia Tech. I went on a visit there. I actually wanted to go there. I I didn't go there because they ended up, this player Tyler Green, I don't know if you guys remember Tyler Green, played for the Cardinals, I think, for a little bit. He was drafted out of high school. They thought he was going to sign, but he ended up he ended up not signing as a high pick and went to Georgia Tech. And so when he showed up on campus, they had to basically take my scholarship away and give it to him because they didn't think he was coming. And so I wasn't offered as much money, and then they kind of passed because he was a shortstop and I was a shortstop. So, and then also I took a visit to the University of Virginia, and I had visits set up to a few other schools. I had a visit set up to Michigan, which I ended up canceling after I committed to Wake. I had a visit set up to Notre Dame, which I canceled after committing to Wake. So yeah, those are the schools that were. Those were like the top schools, I guess, that were recruiting me. I missed a super chat. Hold on, guys and girls. Every time I go to scroll through the super chat, my neck locks up. Ross Morgan, thank you so much for the super chat. What are your thoughts on Bo Bichette and Vladdy Jr., and what do you think their potential is as they continue to develop? Okay, so I think Bo Bichette is a stud. I love Bo Bichette, and I think he's a super athlete. I think he can do everything on the field. I think he can rake. I love his approach. I love everything about him. I love his hair. I like his swag. I like everything. I like his dad. I thought his dad raked. Vladdy Jr., same thing. I thought his dad, everyone thinks his dad raked. I think Vladdy is going to mash. I know people feel like people say to me like, oh, he's a bust. The kid's like, I mean, he could be my kid almost. He's so young. He's super young. The question is, like, can he stay at third on? He's not a very good third baseman. He's really big. I don't think he's going to get any smaller. And so he's probably going to have to move to first. I think when he moves to first, you put him over at first base, say, Vladdy, just hit us 30-plus home runs for the next 10 years, and, like, we'll be pretty happy. And I think he can do that. So that's my thoughts on those guys. Noah Cerrone or Cerrone. I don't know how you pronounce it, Noah, but looks like you're a football guy. I can't see who is that Auburn? It's tough to see. Noah, I absolutely had this kid, Anthony, thinks he knows you. I'm not sure what that means. You had a kid, Anthony, that knows me? Oh, is that the kid that Laura put in timeout? Laura's just in a role of putting people in timeout because today, I think both of my kids went into timeout like 62 times. It was like, get in timeout, get in timeout, get in timeout,
It was a rough day.
get in timeout, get in timeout the whole day. That was the whole day today.
But it was you doing it too, wasn't just me.
No, yeah, it was me too. Yeah, exactly.
It's a rough
It was
day.
both of us. Get in timeout, get in timeout, get in the whole day. My son was, I picked my son up. I think I told him I was going to suplex him today. Oh, pile drive. I said, I'm going to pile drive you. He goes, what's a pile driver? I'm like, keep it up. You'll find out in a second.
Matt told our kids that he was going to send them to coronavirus.
Oh, yeah. I said, you guys are going to CVC next week. They said, what's CVC? I said, no, CVC.
Oh, I said the CDC.
No, CVC. I said, you're going to CVC next week. They go, what's CVC? I said, coronavirus camp. I'm going to drop you guys off for the summer. My daughter, I think, freaked out. No! I said, keep it up. You're going. All right, hold on. Tyler Work, thank you so much for the super chat. What player, past or present, has the best swing? Manny Ramirez, one of my favorite all-time right-handed swings. Barry Bonds, I think, had an unbelievable swing. Griffey had one of the sweetest swings of all time. Robinson Cano has a sweet, sweet swing. Who are we missing? Who am I missing? So many sweet swings. Yeah, I definitely recommend Wake Forest. I love Wake Forest. I thought it was I thought the people were just really, really nice there. Had a lot of great teammates. The faculty is amazing. The campus is very pretty. It's very small, which is like my cup of tea, I guess. I don't even like tea, but I just like You know, I don't like big campuses. Great academics. Laura's mad that I always. Never mind. Scrim67, thank you so much. Do you answer your fan mail or did a clubby? Oh, I answer all my fan mail. Yeah, clubbies don't answer fan mail. I mean, I don't know. Maybe like Manny Ramirez had had the clubby answer email or fan mail, but I answer all my fan mail. I don't know what to do, guys. I literally have 2 knots in my like upper traps, and I can't. When I go forward like this to read the chat, it's like the worst pain ever.
Is Matt a good cook? No, Matt doesn't know.
No, I'm a bad cook. Laura, do you want to do me a favor? You want to just read me all the questions? You want to pick the... We'll do... Hold on.
1963, thanks for the super chat. Do you think kids should sign or go to college?
Come a little closer, Laura, so they can hear you. Can you sit on this side? Sit right here, because...
No, because my phone's charging.
Charge it right there. I'm going to have Laura come over and read the chat so I can sit back for a second. She's going to be the one... She's going to pick out all the questions, and she's going to have to read the super chats. So do I think kids should sign or go to college? It all depends on so many things. So I was drafted out of high school, and I almost signed for they offered me $185,000, and I almost signed. And I told them I want $225, and they were like, can't do it. And I said, okay, I'll go to college. I signed 3 years later for more than 10 times that. So like a good decision on my part, I guess. I got lucky. But it's hard to say because some kids are like, you know what? I can't survive in college. Like we've had players in Antonelli baseball, they're like, they go to college and they just can't do it. Like not everyone's cut out for college. And so if you're one of those kids, maybe you do sign pro ball. It depends on like your family's financial well-being. Like, you know, you get offered $200,000, like that might be the most money you've ever seen in your life, and maybe you need it because your family is struggling or whatever. I mean, there's just so many questions, and it's hard to say. It's really a case-by-case basis.
Could you start a series where you open your fan mail?
Yeah, I could do that. Sorry, guys, I'm gonna sit back for a second. Oh, this isn't any more comfortable, Laura. I got it, Laura, because that's not any more comfortable for me.
William Major, thanks for the super chat. After lifting the leg, do MLB hitters vary the speed of their forward stride so the front foot is well timed and down for a wide variety of pitch speeds?
Yeah, so usually, if you have a leg kick, you want to be able to control, you want to be under control with your body. And so typically with a leg kick, yeah, you're timing it up, like you're reading in the air. And so if the ball is let's just say it's a off-speed pitch, it might get down a little bit later. Now there are going to be times where you're fooled. You get your foot down, you go, oh crap, that's not the pitch I thought it was going to be, and then you hit. But I would say overall, that away, Laura. I was going to say if Zach writes it one more time, then we're just going to have to boot him out of there. That away. Laura's on you, sniper. Yeah, so most hitters are with a leg kick. They're trying to control their body and control their stride. I would say most hitters have an idea of what pitch they're looking for, and so they're timing everything up for that pitch. So if it's a curveball, they're going to be a little bit slower, a little bit later with it. If it's a fastball, they've got to get ready a little bit earlier. They're going to get their foot down slightly sooner for the fastball.
Where do you get the cage nets at your facility? We rent a facility; they're not ours.
The cage nets?
Yeah. But Rocket Sports.
Rocket Sports. So we have, I guess you could say we're sponsored by Rocket. So we use all Rocket stuff. How far can Matty Jr. make it? I have no idea. He's 5. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays in the big leagues. And if he doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised either because it's really hard to play in a major league. So I have no idea. But he's really good. He's probably I don't know. My parents watch him play, and they say he's better than I was when I was 5 years old. But
he's still in preschool. So.
But he's in preschool. So how did you two meet? I'm gonna give you the quick answer.
We met through mutual friends.
Through mutual friends. My best friend dated Laura's best friend in high school. Can he hit the ball 400 feet? Not yet. 390. We met on Tinder, yes. Tinder wasn't around.
2006.
We met in 2006, so.
What is your favorite statistics to go by when speculating a player to dictate whether they're good or not?
Sorry, Laura. I'm reading a question and you're reading a question.
I thought I was supposed to read them.
Yeah, but I'm not going to sit back. Hold on real quick. Someone asked a question about average lifts for MLB players. So it really depends. I've played with some really strong guys. I was really strong for a baseball player. I was always usually the strongest guy on our team. There were players that were not even close to as strong as me in the weight room, but were much better than me, hit the ball harder. So it really depends. Some teams I played for, when I played for the Yankees in the minor leagues, we never lifted a weight like the whole time I was with them. It was all like body weight stuff. It was really strange. So, but then like I like to lift heavy. So when I was with the Orioles, we lifted heavy as hell. Like we squatted, we bench pressed, we deadlifted, and it was like typically like low reps. So it really depends on the player and on the organization. What was that question you asked, Laura?
I don't remember now. Oh. Do you think that your career limitations were an issue of lack of skill, just situational, wrong team, wrong time, or injury based?
A little bit of everything. A lot of injury based because I don't like to use it as an excuse, but I missed like 400 games during my career. When you're not playing, you can't get better, and then you can't practice, so you can't get better. So that really hurts. I think some of it was mechanical. My swing kind of got messed up, and I couldn't figure it out for a host of reasons. I actually have a lot of videos on it, so if you guys get bored, you can check them out. Go through our playlist or type in like Matty Antonelli swing changes or something like that. You'll see me. I go really, really in depth on all the things. You know, I talk a lot about my career and what happened. Most D1 players' high school stats. I mean, if you're a D1 player, you should dominate high school, but that's not always the case. I've seen lots of D1 players that don't dominate high school, so it really depends. I mean, colleges are recruiting you because they think you have the skill set to play at their level. If you have that skill set, you should be a pretty dominant high school player, but again, sometimes they look at guys and they think they have the tools, and maybe they're not performing as super well in high school, but they've got the tools to play at the next level. Again, if you're talking D1, then that player is probably going to be dominating high school ball.
What do you know about 44 gloves?
Yeah, I don't know them that well. I've seen them. I've seen people use them. I've seen them online. I don't even think I've ever put my hand in one, so I can't really tell you. Do I think I'm coaching any future big leaguers?
I was just gonna read that one.
Potentially. I mean, two of our Antonelli. So Antonelli baseball hasn't been around for a long time. So like, this past year was the first year we had players that were eligible to get drafted out of college, and we had two guys drafted. Jackson Gillis to the Brewers and Spencer Brown to the Angels. They're both in the minor leagues right now. So those two guys could potentially be big league players. We've had a lot of guys. We've had tons of guys play college. We have tons of guys right now playing college. I don't want to just name. I mean, I'll name a couple, but there's going to be guys that I'm leaving off this list. But I think like Jake Gustin at Bryant is super hard worker, and he has a chance to play pro ball. I think Alex Lane at Bryant has a very good chance to play pro ball. He's one of the most gifted. He has one of the most gifted like skill sets I've ever seen. He's like a 6'6" catcher that can hit the ball 450 feet, and he's got a cannon and really agile for a big kid. And Alec Burns at West Virginia he's probably the best. He's probably the most impressive high school hitter I've ever had in Antonelli baseball. He was someone that like could tell you. For instance, we're playing a game. He played for us a couple years ago. And he was like, before the inning, he goes, this kid's going to start me off with a first pitch curveball. I'm going to hit a home run. And we use wood bats, right, in summer ball. And so literally went up to the plate. The kid threw a first pitch curveball, and he hit a home run onto the school. There was a school in left field, and he hit it like halfway up the school onto the roof. And it was, I mean, that's something you see like really good big leaguers do. And he did it. I know he wasn't facing a great curveball, but still, he's a high school kid. So he's got a chance to be in the to be a pro ball player, and potentially, who knows, maybe be a big league player. So he's a very good athlete too.
What's your favorite MLB mascot?
And there's a lot more. Sorry, guys. We can keep going, but my favorite MLB mascot, Wally. My son likes Wally. Oh, you missed the super chat, Laura.
Yeah, I think it's that Anthony. It's just someone calling you the biggest bust.
How does it feel to be the biggest bust ever? It feels great that you
Well,
gave
you're
it
trolling
gave me
me, so.
no. It feels great that you gave me $2 to say that. So it feels terrific. Come on, Laura, step up your game.
What am I doing wrong? I'm doing good.
You missed that super chat.
Well, I didn't think you wanted it. It wasn't a nice one.
I mean, he was nice enough to donate $2 to Antonelli Baseball. We have to.
Okay.
I don't care if he says F you, Matt. I mean, if he does a super chat, we got to give him a little bit of attention. 225 bench reps for who? Me or just in general? Do I have more videos? I have a couple of videos of my major league career, some games. I don't have every game I played. Hi, Joey Baseball.
Didn't they send you a video of all your hits or something?
Yeah, they did send me a video of my hits. I don't know where that is. Thanks, Rex. Good fastball velocity for 14 years old.
95.
95. Really tough question because, listen, when you're 14, if you're like 3 feet tall and 72 pounds, you're only going to be able to throw a certain speed. If you're a freaking 14-year-old, but you're like 6'3", 200 pounds, you developed early, then you should be able to throw harder than some other guys. So I don't know. It's a tough question. I think our 14-year-olds, I don't even know off the top of my head how hard our 14-year-olds throw. I think Juan would know because he keeps all the velos for all of our guys, but I'm not sure if he's in here still. I think our hard throwers at 14 are like 70, low 70s maybe? I don't even know. I'm trying to think. No, more than that probably. 14 is eighth. Most of those kids are 8th grade. Yeah, so maybe it's like low 70s.
Little Stevie, 4172. Thanks for the super chat. Have you ever met Bob Uecker?
Bob Uecker. Come on, Laura. You don't know who Bob Uecker is?
No, sorry.
Oh, my God. I've never met Bob Uecker, no. I feel like I know him, though, because I've watched him on TV so many times.
Would you ever play for an independent league?
No.
No, you didn't.
I got offered a bunch of independent league spots, and I didn't play. Matt Antonelli had 1 home run and had a career of less than a month. Thank you, Cuba Mapping. I did not know that, but now I do.
Oh, I got a super chat. Vince Taylor, thank you. Laura, did you have any friendships with the wives and girlfriends of other players during Matt's time in the big leagues? How about other levels of play? So Matt spent most of his time with the Padres, and so it was like a group of girls that we were together basically every summer. So yeah, we did kind of have a group of friends, and he went to the big leagues with the Padres, so it was kind of the same girls there. The Padres actually had a really nice group of girls for like wives and girlfriends.
Yeah, the group of girls that hung out were like Will Venable's wife and Laura and Nick Hundley's wife and Chase Headley's wife and
Natalie was there.
Whey LeBlanc's wife, and we're probably missing a lot of wives, but getting Lasik common for MLB players. I don't know if it's common. Most major league players have great eyesight, so if you have bad eyesight, you need good eyesight to play baseball. So I don't think it's common, but yeah, some guys get it. Best stat to look at. There's a lot of stats now. I like OPS. Now there's OPS plus. But to keep it simple, we'll say OPS. Laura wants to go play Red Dead Redemption 2. She loves that game.
Did I play softball? Only until my sophomore year.
She attempted to play softball. Is 2.28 to 2.45 good pop time for a 7th grader? yes.
Are you a Pats fan? Did you cry when Brady left? Matt's still crying about that.
I'm a huge Pats fan. There is no Pats fan bigger
No,
than
there's really
me.
not.
You don't want to see me on Sundays. Laura gets to see me on Sundays. Patriots lose. Oh boy, it's bad news.
Oh, I can't.
But I'm a huge Pats fan, and I did not cry when Brady left, but I will cry when he runs out of the tunnel the first time for the Bucks. Although
You actually said you're gonna throw up when you see him run out for the. No, when he throws his first pass to Gronk.
oh my God, when he throws his first touchdown pass to Gronk, I'm gonna throw up all over the place. It's gonna be horrendous. Justin, Patriots suck. I don't believe you've been watching the NFL over the last 15, 20 years, but will the Bills finish above the Pats this year? I do think the Bills could finish above the Pats this year. I think the Bills are very good. I think their defense is very good. I think their offense, it can be good. I like Singletary. They got Diggs. Josh Allen is super athletic. The question is, it's all going to revolve around Josh Allen. If he continues to get better, then they can be very, very good. It's tough to play in Buffalo. And the Patriots aren't going to be as good this year as in the past. So, yeah, they could definitely.
Peter Starzinski, thanks for the super chat. Have you ever met Vin Scully? By the way, I'd pay to see you and Vin do a Zoom chat live on YouTube.
I've never met Vin, no. The closest I got to him was being on the field when he was up in the box announcing. Did I play with Tony Gwynn?
Tony Gwynn Jr., right?
I played with Tony Gwynn. Yeah, I was going to say, Tony Gwynn and I are not anywhere close in age. I played with Tony's son, Tony Gwynn Jr. Whoops. Why do people chew in baseball? I don't know. It's, for one, I guess because you can't smoke cigarettes when you're playing. So if you, not that there's a lot of cigarette smokers, although I did play with some cigarette smokers, but I don't know how it started, but dip and chew has just kind of become part of baseball. I've never dipped or chewed in my baseball career, but a lot of guys do.
What's your favorite color?
Baseball's kind of always,
colors.
chewing stuff, bubble gum, seeds, spitting all over the place. I mean, I don't know why. Like I just walk into a baseball field and I just start spitting all over the place. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I've played against some managers that I've seen smoking in dugouts or down the like little runway area. Favorite offensive lineman in the NFL? Oh boy, my favorite offensive lineman. Jeez, that's a good question. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Daniel Barr was really good when I faced him. He struck me out a bunch. I know football. Football, I know way more
Matt
than baseball.
knows more football than baseball.
Oh, I know way more football than baseball. I know every team. I mean, every team. I could tell you about every team in football and most of their players on offense and defense. And so I'm trying to think of my favorite offensive lineman. I mean, this is a very obscure kind of thing because typically people don't pay attention to offensive linemen. I don't know if I have a favorite offensive lineman.
Do you like the Pats' new uniforms?
Yeah, they're all right. Who would be my favorite offensive lineman?
What's your favorite color? I would say Carolina blue for you.
Oh, I love blue.
Laura's favorite offensive lineman? Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Have you ever been to the South? I've been to pretty much every state and city in this country. I played baseball for 8 years professionally, and then I played college for 3. And all I did for most of my life was travel and play baseball. Do you like Joe Burrow on Cincinnati Bengals? Well, if Joe Burrow plays like he did this past year at LSU, then yeah, I'd like him a lot. I love his attitude, and I like his ability. He's athletic, and he's got a good arm and good accuracy, and he seems like a good guy and a good leader, and he's got kind of some swag to him. So I still got to answer the lineman question. I've never ever in my life thought of who is my favorite offensive lineman, so that's why I want to pick one that. I mean, I don't even know who my favorite offensive lineman is. Trent Williams? No, he hasn't played football in forever. I mean, Trent Williams is good.
Should women play in the MLB?
I don't know why Jason Peters comes into my head. I mean, it's not that I'm Travis Frederick. He's Jeff Saturday. Yeah, Jeff Saturday was cool.
What was more heartbreaking, the 07 or the 2017 Super Bowl loss? Take one back. Thanks, Landon.
The most heartbreaking loss ever, Super Bowl loss, was 07, without a doubt.
That's when we went undefeated, right?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, that was the 07 Patriots was the greatest team to ever play football.
Yeah, that was a rough night for Matt.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, let's just say the 07 team. Okay, Randy Moss is my favorite player of all time. That team was unstoppable, until that last game against the Giants. But having to watch Eli Manning escape when he's basically sacked, and then we think Nate Solder. No, he's not my favorite lineman. We think the whistle blows. We let him go. He throws to David Tyree, catches on his freaking helmet, and then they throw the freaking ball up to Plexico Burris, and who the hell was covering him? Ellis Hobbs. Oh my God. And then that's just brutal. I don't even want to talk about it. Also, that game, Laura was going to say, because my dog ended up having a seizure during the Super Bowl, and so I missed like a little of the Super Bowl. It was just a disastrous night. Disastrous.
Peter Starzinski, thanks to Super Brat. Your heartbreak in 07 was my joy. I'm a Giants fan.
Oh God, Peter! And then we had to witness it all over again a couple years later, watching frickin' Mario Manningham make a damn catch on the sideline with a great pass by Eli, by the way. Then we had to watch Wes Welker drop a frickin' easy ball. My God, I can't think about it. I guess I'll be all right. We won frickin' 82 other Super Bowls, but. It's got to stink being a Giants fan right now, though. Although it could stink to be a Patriots fan down the road. Who knows? I have been to Mexico, yes.
You have?
Yes, I have.
Oh, on a cruise, right?
Most difficult pitch to hit? It really depends. Are we overtraining in the weight room? I don't know. What do you mean by we? I think the weight room's extremely important, but it just depends on. I don't know what your workout regimen looks like, so. Toughest pitch to hit just depends. I think a splitter is really hard to hit. Like if I had a pitch, it depends. Like if I had to pick a pitch to hit, like I wouldn't want to face Schilling or Clemens splitter. I wouldn't want to face Pedro's fastball, curveball, or changeup. I wouldn't want to There's certain pitchers have pitches that are ridiculous. I mean, I didn't like hitting splitters, but I wouldn't want to hit Rivera's cutter.
Peter says, well, your joy was my heartbreak in 2004. Yes, it does stink being a Giants.
Thank you, Peter. Yeah, having Barkley, and then, I mean, he's so good. I'm hoping if they can just get, they just need, just not a bad offensive line. And, Daniel Jones, I didn't watch him play a ton. I know people say he reminds them of Andrew Luck and all this stuff. I mean, I don't know. They just need to get some more weapons and get a better offensive line. Barkley is so good that, he makes something out of, absolutely nothing. I watch that guy play. He's a freak show, but.
Favorite ice cream? Cookie dough.
Hey, Matt, what are your thoughts on me trying to get scouted as a high school or for football? Do you think doing camps and combines would help me? So I don't know much about getting recruited in football, unfortunately. I don't know how that all works, so I'm not really the best person to ask. Barkley is a tank, and he can fly.
Who's playing in the World Series and who's winning?
And the guy can stop and start instantly. I think the two best teams in the big leagues are the Dodgers and the Yankees. I'm not even sure it's very close. Although in baseball, I always say anything can happen, but um, Dodgers lineup is ridiculous, and the Yankees' power and their staff adding Cole. I mean, the Yankees were unbelievable last year, and now they added Cole. They lose Severino, but they're injured a ton last year. I know they're already injured already this year, but if they can stay healthy on offense, they can be really good. Joe Tooney, David Andrews. Yeah, I like both of those guys. I don't know if they're my favorites, but
Could you have played college football?
yeah, I could have played college football.
Should we add that to your intro? First round MLB pick, probable college football player.
Could have played college football. Maybe even in the NHL.
What's your favorite meal? This person keeps asking.
My favorite meal?
Is a steak and potatoes.
Well, it really depends. I mean, I love a good filet mignon.
Matt Antonelli equals Bo Jackson. You used to really like that guy, right? Is that who your profile picture used to be like?
I love Bo Jackson. Laura doesn't even know who Bo Jackson is. How do you not know who Bo Jackson is?
I've seen pictures. I don't know who it is.
I've seen pictures. Bo knows. How do you not know? Hey, you go pro baseball. We were just talking about you, John. If you could have been a pitcher, would you rather throw absolute 100-plus gas with terrible off speed or have the nastiest unhittable breaking ball stuff and throw 80 poop? Without a doubt, 100-plus. If I could throw 100-plus, I wouldn't even throw a breaking ball. I think there'd be no better feeling. I never faced Mariano Rivera, no. I think there'd be no better feeling than to be a pitcher that throws absolute gas. I think that'd be the best. I mean, I know being a hitter and being able to drop bombs would be awesome, but I just envision how cool it would be. Like, if I would want to be a closer that threw 100-plus. Literally. That's what I want to be. I want to run. I want them to play my walkout song. I want to be able to run or maybe just walk from the bullpen to the mound. I want to be able to give the middle finger to every pitcher, every hitter that walks to the plate. I want to be able to throw 105 miles an hour right by him. That's what I want to be able to do. Peter, after Red Dead Redemption 2, you should play the Uncharted series. Yeah, so a lot of people have been telling me that, Peter. I might have to look into that. I might.
What's your thoughts on Little League trying to start too soon? Yes. I think it's too soon.
Yeah, so is Little League trying to start? I have no idea. I guess it depends on what part of the country you're in, but I don't know. I'm on the camp that this virus is not a joke. I know some people think it is a joke. My dad thinks it's like a hoax, and he doesn't believe in any of it. I mean, I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum, so I preach safety first. That's what I preach.
If you had the choice to play for any team other than the Padres, who would it be?
Red Sox. Although I'd hate playing in the cold. I hate playing in the cold. So maybe not the Red Sox. Maybe like I don't know, just a team down south. Yeah, see, I know certain people on here are going to be like, this is a joke, this whole thing is made up, but then there's going to be other people that have been really affected by it, so.
What was it like seeing Matty?
And I know people are affected by it by not being able to go to work and stuff, so it's a difficult issue. Daughter dipping back shoulder to hit causes back pain. Low back. Any suggestions? Really hard to. I'd have to really see it because a lot of times people talk about dipping of the back shoulder and it's not that bad. Sometimes it's actually good, so it's just hard to tell. I'd have to really look at it. The fact that her low back hurts, I don't know if that's from dipping her back shoulder. I mean, she probably wants to go get that looked at, but that shouldn't be a dipping the back shoulder issue. I don't know if I'm going to play Red Dead tonight. I probably won't play tonight because I have to make a couple of videos for YouTube. Yeah, exactly. I think Bo is talented enough to be a two-sport Hall of Famer, yeah. I am going to have a Cookie Monster tonight, minus the cookie. I have ice cream, but I don't have any I don't have any cookies. When do you think you'll get elected to the Hall of Fame? I'm still waiting for my phone call. I would say any time now, though. Opinion on Michael Jordan playing baseball. I just made a video on this. This is no joke. Type in, well, just go to my channel. Go back like a week or two ago. I just put a video on it. If you're bored tonight while you're trying to go to sleep, you can watch it.
After seeing a 90-mile-an-hour plus for so long, do you get used to it or does it still seem fast?
Yeah, you get used to it. 90 mile an hour becomes just like an average fastball. So it's just like when you're young. You know, when you get to high school and you see an 80 mile an hour fastball, you're like, oh my God, I could never hit this. This is way too fast, right? Or even go before that. Go back to when you're in Little League. You face the hardest guy. You're like, I can't hit this, way too fast. You say that at every level, you know, but then you get to the major leagues and then 100 mile an hour looks like just a normal, it's not batting practice, but it just doesn't look that fast.
Favorite Disney movie? Frozen's on repeat in our house.
My favorite Disney movie? Whew. I love Aladdin. I love Lion King. I love Beauty and the Beast. I love, what are we forgetting, Laura? Frozen. I love thanks, Gavin. Elena, what is this? This is a live chat. Former CIA agent, Jason, or current CIA agent? We might not know.
The world may
Thanks,
never
Pouncing
know.
Panther Pucks.
What?
Ever punched a guy?
No.
No, I've punched a guy in hockey. Punched a guy with a helmet on. I've never punched anyone without a helmet on, square in the face. We have been in bench clearing brawls. I've typically grabbed onto guys. I have been in kind of scuffles as with like my cousin a few times and with actually my roommate in college. But I never punched him. Just basically took him and smashed him into the ground into submission. I never punched him though. I didn't. So that's what I did to him. But I have punched a guy or two in hockey.
If you could have one actor play you in the movie of Matt Antonelli, who would it be?
Wow.
You go pro-act.
John, Laura's all over your question. One actor? Well, Brad Pitt would be number one, I know.
No, I know who it would have to be.
It would be, if I had to say, Matthew McConaughey maybe.
Oh, that'd be a good choice, too.
I know, that's why I chose it.
But if you went by looks, it would have to
hold
be...
on. If you're going by looks?
Who looks like
Brad
you?
Pitt. No.
Okay, if Brad was unavailable.
If Brad was unavailable, Bradley Cooper.
No.
I like Bradley Cooper,
You're
though.
cuter than Bradley.
Oh, wow, Laura. That was so nice of you. I like Bradley Cooper a lot, though. Who are you going to say?
The,
yeah, the guy from...
Sex and the City.
A lot of people say I look like the guy from Sex and the City. What's his name?
When you both had the long hair.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people...
Smith.
A lot of people said that. I don't know. I don't know anything about these Sex and the City people, but Matthew Dominguez, thank you so much. Laura slacking. It's Cinco de Mayo. Do you still have Mexican food? So I asked Laura tonight to get Mexican food at a place that we always go to, and she said, "Well, it's gonna be really busy there."
They said the wait was crazy.
They said the wait was like really long, so she said we'll get it tomorrow. So we're gonna celebrate Cinco de Mayo on Cinco de Seis. No, Cinco de Seis. Seis de Mayo.
Oh boy.
No bueno en español. Lo siento. Oh. Would you accept the role in Major League 3? Major League 3's already been made. It was terrible. Seis de Mayo. I know. I messed that one up. I have not been watching the KBO games. I will, though. Who's better, Gretzky or Orr? I mean, Orr dominated during his time. I mean, Gretzky's probably the greatest hockey player to ever live, though, so I don't know. I guess I'll say Gretzky, but Orr was fantastic. She does, well, no, her sisters all have boyfriends, so she doesn't have a single sister. I was going to say she does have sisters, but none of them are single. They have boyfriends.
Teddy Halpin, thanks for the super chat. What address do I send mail to So you will sign it. Right now our facility's closed
Yeah.
because of the coronavirus.
The what virus?
You're supposed to
Because of
pretend you didn't notice that.
coronavirus. So we have everyone send stuff to our facility, which is not open right now. So I can't even get in there. I mean, I could get in there, but I'm not going in there. So I would suggest not sending anything for a while, and then you can send it to if you go on our website or just it's called the New England Premier Sportsplex. You can send it there, but I will not be there probably for another month or maybe longer. All right, guys, let's do another couple of questions, and then we're going to hop out of here because I got to make a couple YouTube videos before I go to bed. How good was I at hockey? Probably the second greatest of all time. I don't know, I was pretty good at hockey. How do I describe how good I was at hockey?
Weren't you a player of the year or something?
No, I wasn't player of the year. I was like on, like, I don't know, all state something or others.
Are you afraid of murder hornets?
I will be if they get to Massachusetts, but
Yeah, they're on the West Coast, right?
yeah. Matty's pretty old. I don't know if he can make a comeback, but I love Manny Ramirez. Knuckleballs are tough to hit. I've struck out once against them. MLB pension, 10 years full service, I believe, and then depending on how much you play. I do qualify for a pension. It's not very much. I might call the office and just, I don't know if anyone's in there, but I might call and just ask them how much. Hey, can you tell me how much I make when I decide to take my pension?
Does Laura have a role in your organization?
I
do the books.
Not really.
Yes, I do. I do all the books for it.
She does the books, yeah. She looks at the books and then...
No, I do them. I do all the QuickBooks.
I played a lot of basketball when I was younger, yeah. I played every sport. I love sports. I love lamp.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, I do. I do love sports. Any baseball player from any time, who would it be? I don't know. Baseball player from... I'd love to meet Griffey. Mickey Mantle would be pretty cool. Ted Williams would be cool. A lot of people say he's a jerk, but I'd like to meet Ted Williams. My favorite cartoon character of all time, and save that super chat right there. Favorite cartoon character, or when I was a kid maybe. When I was a kid, I liked. I was a huge Ninja Turtles fan. I liked G.I. Joes. What other cartoons did I watch? I watched Dennis the Menace. I watched Inspector Gadget. Inspector Gadget was great.
Ninja Turtles, did you say that?
I just said that.
You're not very nice to
I
me
know,
once you go live. It's like you hit that button and you become a different person.
Yeah, I just try to be as mean as I can to Lara.
do.
I do. I do it for everyone on YouTube.
Daniela Lalima.
Le Champion. Good, Lara. I'm waiting.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Laura. Stay safe. I was waiting for Laura to come outside and yell at Matt for throwing the ball at the garage. I actually was out in the driveway with them. I don't mind when they do that.
She says she doesn't.
I'm not as bad as Matt tries to play me off to be.
I don't play you off to be anything. Would I rather coach or work in the front office? I would love to be a general manager. I'd like to coach too, but I don't know. Being a general manager. Actually, when I went on when I went on one of my interviews, they did say they're like, "You sure you don't want to be in the front office and you'd rather be on the field?" Now that I think of it, I don't know. Maybe I would like to be in the front office. Yeah, that's true, Laura. You made a Sunday for yourself and not for me. That's messed up.
They don't want to watch you chew.
I'm a horrible singer, Kevin. Horrible. I can't sing to save my life.
But you can play guitar.
I can play the guitar. Not really. I know how to play the guitar very, very simply. Like, I got it in high school, and I mess around with it. I play the same 4 songs for, like, the last 20 years. Mike Trout will make the Hall of Fame, yes. I love football. I don't like football. I love football. It is my favorite sport. I don't think steroids should disqualify you for the Hall of Fame. No, I don't. Worst prank ever pulled on me? There weren't a whole lot of pranks pulled on me when I played. Worst prank ever, actually, was when I was in middle school. I was carrying my tray to, we're in the cafeteria. We had a big cafeteria, a lot of kids. I was carrying my tray to dump it in the trash. And a kid came up behind me and pantsed me, pulled my underwear and my pants down as I'm holding the tray. I couldn't, I didn't know what to do to pull my pants up because I had my tray in my hand, and that was embarrassing. That was the worst prank ever. Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame.
Down too?
Yeah, everything went down. Never got Spider-Man. Nope. Did you answer Instagram questions? No, I haven't answered. I have not answered Instagram questions yet. Acuna or Soto? Man, both are so good. Do I have to choose? I don't know. I guess Acuna. He can play a little bit a little better of an athlete, but they're both great. I'm not a good cook. Nope.
Should A-Rod?
All right, we're going to go 1 minute lightning round here. I'm going to answer as fast as I can every question that comes up. I'm just going to give you the 1 or 2 words, maybe 5 words as fast as I can.
Did you know Dirk Hayhurst?
Yes, I did. I played with Dirk Hayhurst, and he was my roommate. What's Lars' pop time? Infinity. What do you think of the Soto Shuffle? I think it's forced. I don't like it. What's my shoe size? My foot is shrinking. I'd say typically around like a 12. Favorite music, Matt? I like rap. Think Braves World Series soon? Yes, I do. Oh, I think they can go to the World Series. Ketchup. A Fast and Furious movie. I don't. Fast and the Furious, probably the first one, but I don't remember. Metal bats in the MLB would be unfair. Someone would die. Ranch seeds over regular. Favorite rapper. Favorite rapper. I like Eminem back in the day, but I like
Laura or the Incredible Hulk?
The Incredible Hulk. Favorite movie, Dumb and Dumber. Favorite football team, the Patriots. Venezuela. Favorite Star Wars movie, I don't know. I have seen Eastbound and Down. Is 15 too late to play travel ball? No, not at all. I subscribe. Thank you, Jeb. Matt got pants. How embarrassing. Yes. Should A-Rod be in the Hall of Fame? Yes. Answer me. Yes, Russell. What's best to put in a recruiting video? Your skills. Manning or Montana? Montana.
Favorite Avenger? Iron Man.
Favorite Avenger? Iron Man. Is he an Avenger? Maybe. Nicest minor league stadium? There's so many of them. I like Frisco. My day's been great. Bellinger.
Do you still eat tacos?
Yes.
Do you eat gum?
Yes. Not while I play, though. Candy,
song?
by far. Candy. A favorite ACC opponent? Playing at Florida State or Clemson. I never played at Citi Field. I have 10 more seconds of this. My favorite position in football? Wide receiver, but I like running backs too. I don't know. Can Matt rap? No. Opinion of Cardinals? They're okay. Dodgers or Yankees? Both. But I'll go Yankees. White Sox in the playoffs in 2020? No, but close. I like basketball a lot.
Chill out.
How do I feel in the quarantine? You can tell I'm going insane. Go Cowboys. No. What gum makes you great? Big League Chew. Favorite Eminem song? Till I Collapse. Ballsack hair, maybe. Caesar gum.
What?
Hi, Brian, and this is the last one. You're scaring me, Andrew Ellis. Not what. Rawlings glove, and that's my last one. That was as fast as I could go. Show Lars' face. Okay.
Done.
I would get beaten. Anyways.
There you go, talking trash again.
Thank you, everyone, for hanging out right there. That was exhausting, but I needed to end it that way. Now I need to go eat some ice cream. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thank you so much for everyone that gave a super chat. And even if you didn't, just thanks for hanging out and asking questions. I sleep on the couch every night, so what's the difference?
No, he does not. Matt is treated very, very well.
That's right. That's all we got. But, guys, thanks so much. If you guys want to check us out more, or if you want to chat more like this, go check out our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Antonelli Baseball. Usually I play games and do this. What else, Laura? I think that's it.
Yeah, what? Nothing.
Laura, anything great to add?
No.
No.
Good night.
We'll be doing the Instagram questions soon, and that's all we got. Shout out to Tyler Bertka.
Matt's not great at reading.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, son.